Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. I have Chef Lisa Las Vegas with us today. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You come with quite a long list of achievements and things, starting in your grandmother's kitchen is how you started learning about food and cooking and all that wonderful things that go with it. And then in New York, you've done some amazing things there. So you had a cafe, you had the Sweet Art Baking Company, which was a successful line of retail sweets and treats that went into coffee shops. And then also you had to create a special cake for a very national renowned party planner. So what did you create for that? How did that come about?
Sure. So I was very blessed, firstly, to be in New York. That's my my state of birth. But I did go back to New York City. And I had the opportunity not only to do in the Sweet Art Baking Company to do retail and run a cafe in the Lower East Side, but I was also commissioned to do a cake for David Tutera, who of course is a world-renowned event planner. He has many, many books and accolades. So I was asked to do a cake for his latest book at the time, which was in 2005, and it was called Big Birthdays. And it was basically to celebrate milestone birthdays. And my year that he chose for me was Sweet 16. So I had to create a cake that wasn't actually a full-on cake that you could eat. Part of it was a facade just for the camera, but it was a great experience, and we filmed some pieces, and so I have a few of that, and then of course the photography went into the book. So that came out in late 2005. So that was a national book, or it's international book rather.
And you on local television doing live demonstrations. We can even maybe spot you at some of our local wild oats and food stores. And
correct, you did your research.
Yes, and you have been celebrity to celebrity chef and chef to celebrities. So
I have
Rick Springfield, Wayne Newton, Roseanne Barr, David Copperfield. Hopefully he made the food disappear in a good way.
Yeah, that's what I was joking about that. I'm like, make it disappear. I know you'll like it then.
So we're getting ready for July 4th holiday is coming up.
Yes.
The one thing, I love cooking. I love having people over and hosting parties, but I don't like to have to work so hard. So sometimes I want to enjoy as well. So I usually try to do a lot of my prep ahead of time. And or, if you truly want a hassle-free holiday, someone would want to call you to put together a menu for them. So do you have some suggestions for the holiday? It's being summer, it's warm. People want to be refreshed, but they also have their familiar fan favorites that they like as well. So,
great question. Of course, the hot dogs, the hamburgers, all the American flair. And, just to save some time, I always try to think, okay, what will hold the longest? So, for making your patties, you can, make your patties ahead of time. You could add something fun. You could stuff them with gorgonzola cheese or something like that. Actually, that was something I did on the Food Network, which one of the shows I won, I did a gorgonzola stuffed burger. And you can form the patty and it'll hold really well. Another great idea is to, instead of like a fruit bowl, to do fruit skewers. It's great for kids. You can get cookie cutters
and talking about fruit skewers. That sounds so refreshing and fun and colorful.
It is. Nowadays, there's so many options for fruit. You could do kiwi and make that into little stars or flowers. And I've done that before. And you can actually stick the skewers in, a watermelon or a melon, and it's really pretty. Some other things, and I think kids are always a challenge. I have one myself. She's a little older, but to have some kid-friendly food is always nice. So instead of going all the way and doing like something like corn dogs, why not put like I like everything on a stick. Why not put a hot dog on a stick, and then you can have little dipping sauces and just, have something like that. That's always fun. My whole way of cooking, and when I do events, is I think of it as the Thanksgiving meal. I always refer it back to the Thanksgiving meal. What can you make ahead of time? What lasts the longest? What can you freeze? What can you leave in the fridge? And start with that first. And then, and then work your way to the basics. So for example, if you have some side dishes, you can get those prepared first and just cover them, and then work on, I guess, the harder, more difficult, maybe the proteins. So that's kind of where I like to go with that. But as far as fun ideas, I think things on sticks and skewers are always fun for everyone. It's portable, you can walk around, and it's kind of fun.
That is fun. Thank you for those tips and suggestions. That's great. A foodie wear clothesline.
Yes. Thank you.
I saw that those shirts and things and designs are so much fun.
Thank you. That's
it's
new.
A lot of fun. We'll be sharing that as part of letting people know how they can reach you and get a hold of you. And if people would like to book you, how would you prefer they get a hold of you? You have your website. We will throw up a slide with some information for folks to reach you. How do you prefer they contact you?
Sure. I'd love that. My phone number always works. I have the phone on me 24/7, either via text or just give me a call. My number is 702-544-1044. Again, 702-544-1044. My Instagram is wonderful. That also has my t-shirt line with the foodie wear, and that is Chef Lisa LV, as in Las Vegas. So either way, they can message me or check out some of the foodie wear or some of the photos of my food.
Okay, wonderful.
And if you mention the Mental Margarita Show, you'll get a free, actually complimentary cake for your next booking. I'll do a nice celebratory cake for you.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot, and I'm sure that the audience will take advantage of that for sure.
Yep.
So we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful July 4th.
Thank you. Thank you.
We look forward
to book. There's still time to book. I have one July 4th opening, so.
Okay. All right, folks, you heard it. She's only got one spot left. So if you want to take advantage of this, all the wonderful things Chef Lisa can do for your holiday, definitely call her. And we appreciate you being on the show. Thank you so much. And we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you for having me.
Feels good. Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Oh my goodness. I got Shabazz.
Yes,
the
sir.
Deal Hunter.
Yes, sir.
And I also got Amber Martinez.
Yes.
How are you guys feeling today?
We're good, man. We're good. Amber's also co-owner of Deal Hunters as well.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you guys got some things cooking up.
Yes,
and
very much.
Las Vegas is as you know, is the city. There's so much energy. There's so much vibration, so much wonderful kinetic energy that's going on. So tell the audience a little bit of some of the things that you guys got going on right now.
Well, we have in Las Vegas, we are co-owners of a girls flag football team, or league, I should say, the Desert Girls. So we are co-owners with that, and also co-owners of a girls flag football with the Vegas Fuego. So
Wow.
We are kind of generating to our ladies, get the girls flag football situated in Las Vegas, and hopefully we can make some things happen.
Wow.
So just to add on to what Amber was just saying, we are launching the Desert Girls Flag Football League, and we are going to cater to the young ladies ages from 9 to 15. So we're right now, we're working things out with a lot of the high schools in the areas just to start a farm team for the high school girls team when they get to high school, because all high schools are implementing girls flag football. And then we also know in the near future that flag football will become an Olympic sport. So we're just trying to get ahead of the game right now.
Wow, that's what I am talking about. That is phenomenal. And so, when you think about flag football, it's so fun because I used to play it back when I was young. I used to love flag football. Now, do you think that the market is the right time for this to happen?
Absolutely.
Yes, two reasons. A lot of female sports are starting to submerge. So we didn't know too much about flag football, but then once that player from the Buffalo Bills got hurt last season, what I'm saying, a lot of awareness came into how rough the sport might be and things of that nature. So we look around to all the other leagues and sports, other leagues in the football era, and there's still a lot of aggressive play.
Right.
So we even with the female tackling and everything, what I'm saying, we know a lot of families would like to come out and see a less aggressive style of play, and we believe flag football is the future.
Now, because you mentioned the nonprofit. Tell us a little bit more in depth of the nonprofit.
Well, the nonprofit originated from this hardworking woman sitting next to me. So she's always, like she said, she's a mother of 4. She has 2 grandbabies. And since we met, she was always trying to juggle business and family life, and she was being pulled in every direction. And I remember me being in that kind of situation to the point where it put me in a hospital, So I said to her, I was like, yo, look, you need to really slow down, start taking care of yourself, because, you go 100 miles an hour. And then, she was like, yeah, you're right. And then the idea came up with, she always spoke about giving back to Vegas. And then she started, I joined forces in our thought pattern and our vision of giving back to communities. So we wanted to what that looked like. And then as we sat down, we had further conversation, the acronym SPOIL came about. And SPOIL stands for self-preservation originates in the love. You know what I'm saying?
That's hot.
So it's all about us teaching community those who take care of others, how to take time out of their day to take care of themselves.
Absolutely. And SPOIL, I love the name.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, how do they follow you guys?
Well, like you said, we're crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So we have our websites and everything coming up. But right now on social media, is Shabazz Lewis on Facebook, Shabazz Lewis on Instagram, and we're coming with the Dale Hunter website and everything, because Dale Hunters is our company. Basically, we reach out to everybody, even you. You know what I'm saying? Our motto is, if there's a deal out there for you, we'll hunt it down. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what you're looking for, but you know what I'm saying? We're connected in so many ways that we'll make the effort and we'll hunt it down, the perfect deal for you, and we'll go from there. So
absolutely.
That's great. I am going to work on my list to submit to you guys.
Okay.
So you guys can begin your hunting trip for me. And Shabazz, man, it's an absolute pleasure. Amber, absolute pleasure. We love you guys and look forward to collaborating with you in the near future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we appreciate the opportunity to be on the show, my brother.
Absolutely.
All right, my brother. You be safe and let's shake the world.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Fire away.
All right. So we have Mushu Dragoon. Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. you're going to have to explain to us the origin of this name. And what's more amazing than that is you are a fire performance artist. Now, will you explain to the audience what a fire performance artist does exactly? I believe they go by different names, but that's the one that you go by. So please explain what a fire performance artist does.
Absolutely. So like you said, we do go by different names. Some of us do our names and what we consider ourselves as on different variations of what we play with. There are some people who play with props called poi, which is the two flaming balls on strings. Those are just, they play with poi. They're fire spinners. You have us who a lot of people call dragons, which we absolutely hate that. We are fire breathers and we breathe fire. And then you have people who are fire performers, and fire performers do everything from breathing fire to spinning fire to eating fire, all of it. I absolutely do all of the three. I spin fire, which is prop manipulation is what we call it. I spin nunchucks, I spin staff, I spin poi, I spin a prop called a meteor hammer. And all of them have some sort of fire attached to them. I've started out fire breathing, which is how I got the name Mushu Dragoon. I had a friend of mine in high school who named me Mushu because I reminded her of the little dragon from the Disney movie.
Oh.
And it just kind of always stuck with me. So whenever I started breathing fire 11 years ago, I was like, well, you know, I need a name. So I just ran with that.
And it's stuck.
The Dragoon. Yeah, exactly. And it stuck. The Dragoon, there's actually a lot of fire performers who use that slang. The reason for me was because when I was a younger kid, I played a lot of video games, and they had a game that was called Dragoon, and that was in the title. So I thought it sounded cool, and I added it to it.
Oh,
so
fun.
thus Mushu Dragoon was born. I've been doing fire and prop manipulation for close to 11 years. Like I said, I do what we call the multi-prop. I spin a variation of different things, and I fire breathe. I originally started with fire breathing, which is something that not many of us do. Many of us pick up something and start spinning it, or, you know, playing with fire, you know, whatever, somehow in shape or way of form. I started breathing it. I went to a Renaissance festival and saw someone do it and was like, oh, that's just so cool. I'd love to learn how to do that.
So obviously there's a lot of safety precautions and things that you have to take in order to do this. What kind of risks are involved, you know, as far as their career? You know, you're dealing with fire, obviously something flammable, and then obviously an agent that's flammable that needs to make the art happen. So can you explain the science behind some of that for us?
And I'm actually really glad you said it that way. Can you explain the science? Because in all, it is science. When you're learning things like this, you have to learn and read a lot of things. You have to know MSDS, which is material safety and data sheets. You have to know what you can wear and what you cannot wear, because there are things that will literally burst into flames and melt and cause your body great damage. All kinds of things. I can say that yes, the materials that we use to fire breathe, they are volatile, they are flammable, but they're only flammable at a flash point, if anyone knows what that is very low. You can't put anything like gasoline or kerosene or Bacardi 151 in your mouth and expect to do this and walk away scot-free. There's going to be a consequence for using any of those fuels because they're volatile.
Right.
They have a very high flash point. What we use, the flash point is a lot lower, and it is a carcinogenic, just like anything else that is flammable. Putting it in your mouth doesn't hurt you. It's not going to cause you any pain or, you know, you got to go to the hospital or anything like that because you put it in your mouth. Now, when it is atomized, when you spit it, you spray it. It's like imagine taking an aerosol can and I know all of us did this as a child. You take a hairspray can and you hold a lighter up in front of it and you spray that. Well, alone, that chemical itself isn't going to catch on fire. But when you atomize it and you spray it and it turns it into a mist, it becomes flammable. That's, other than water, there are a lot of things like that. The flash point is low. You have to literally do this for that to ignite. And that is what the fuel that we use, that's basically how you make it do what it does. Outside of that, the clothes that you wear, cotton, always wear cotton. Cotton breathes, cotton does not go up in a cloud of smoke. It burns safely. It gives you time to get it off your body if you have a little bit on, or put it out. When it comes to fire eating, you don't want to put any of that in your mouth except for what's on your wicks, because that is true. It's white gas. I mean, some people use other things, but when you're fire eating with certain torches and certain setups, that's the only way to go.
So
Hello, Wes Acton, Dr. Professor Genius of Life, the Universe, and Everything. 4th of July is coming up. I love fireworks. I love blowing things up. It's fun. But I love fireworks so much, I want to make sure I was never the cause or a reason for more rules. So, for all of you who go to shooting fireworks this year, remember the holiday? It's an important holiday. This country has a lot of work to do, but still, it's doing a lot of work to do good. I mean, there's the ones that, anyway. But fireworks, the important part of the 4th of July, you know, the patriotism, whatever, but fireworks. So, if you ever shoot off a keg, have a big bucket of water to dunk it in. Sounds obvious, right? Then why don't more people do it? Have a couple hoses ready to go with a nice sprayer ready to go. Have fun, be safe, have some eye protection on, you know, so there's not more rules for the rest of us who are actually doing our part on safety. We're not becoming too crazy. So, big bucket, dunk it. Those cinders can sit for a long time. So, a little bit of words of wisdom, that's if you are going to do it. Oh, I've done it for years, I've never had a problem. They're the ones that end up burning things down. So, to have a nice, safe, fun holiday for everyone, use your brains. Water stops fire. And, you know, make sure you stay hydrated, eat a banana, keep yourself healthy, you know. But enjoy the holiday. It's a lot of fun, eat good food, but stop doing things and just putting more rules on the rest of us. Have a great day.
do you have there, Dan? Oh, Dan, be careful. Consumer fireworks are very dangerous. Thousands of people are injured every year. Going to try again, eh? Look, Dan, wouldn't it be safer to just watch professional displays of fireworks at the park or on TV? Come on, Dan. Did you know that on a typical Independence Day, more fires are reported than any other day of the year, and that half of those fires are caused by fireworks? Life isn't a cartoon. Don't use consumer fireworks. It's not worth the risk. Learn more about it at nfpa.org.
You're starstruck, here's a sprinkle of the stardust. Hold your champagne glass and your cigars up. See the guys with mob ties drive the cars up. Bright lights, most nights they buy the bars up. Candy coated Chevy cars on the highway. It's Frankie baby, it's on and this is my way. Dean Martin at the Sands this Friday. With Sammy Davis, here's a little hint where I stay. The city shines like Liberace's mansion. And you know Elvis had the whole city dancing. Showgirl silhouette steady prancing. Shout out to June, just the Copa Girls anthem. Legal gambling, yeah, that would tempt me. It's Sin City, holy water couldn't cleanse me. And Wayne Newton had the crowd in a frenzy. Live at the Stardust, the seats never empty. Now if you having a good time in Las Vegas, at the count of 3, I want to hear you scream, Viva Las Vegas. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Viva Las Vegas! And Main Street was the official local beer stop. Enough slot machine noise to make your ears pop. The cigarette girls walking souvenir shops, while Red Fox had them laughing till the tears drop. Before Steve got a win at the right time, Sig and Roy had a long circus lifeline. Now the strip's got a lot of neon light signs. Would you agree there's not another city like mine?